what a day it was. I'm kind of glad it's over, but it was a good day. And now I'm ready to talk to you about some hot penny stocks. I'm John Zidar. This is On Top and Hot. And today is Tuesday. It's February 11th. Now, what I normally like to do is to share hot penny stocks with you because I'm a day trader that primarily focuses in on stocks under $5. Well, on Tuesdays, I like to bring you over here to where I work. I work at Pennybois. This is my job. I'm over here every day from bell to bell. I'm trading with my team members. I'm trading with the public. I could be trading with you. I've got a link down below. It says this is the link to Pennybois. Click that. It'll take you to Discord. Don't have an account? Don't worry about it. Give them an email. Choose a username, password. You've got an account. They'll automatically send you over here to us. Just scroll over here, find free members page, wherever it's at, and click it. That'll bring you into where we're at. There's anywhere from 50 to 200 people in here at any given time, 24 hours a day. This thing is live. But we're trading actively from bell to bell. Now, my job is to find scalps. We're looking for gains to take. You visit me, I'd like to send you home with some money in your pocket. So we're looking for rocket stocks. We're looking for stocks that are taking off. And once we see them launching, you've got my attention. So I get in there and I start drawing up supports and resistances. This is places where the price likes to bounce and change direction so that we can get our entries and our targets. And then we start taking gains in the middle. We don't worry about how far it's going to go. We see it running, we start taking from it. As it's climbing, we take more and more. And with all the people we have lots of due diligence coming in. I'm not the only one bringing in hot charts. Oh, by golly, no. We got lots of people. And this is what feeds us all through the day. Now, there's no way I can cover everything we've gone through in a single day here. We were here for like 8 hours. But 2 stocks do come to mind that I would like to share with you. I'm probably going to stutter a little bit. Just deal with it. First one we're going to take a look at is ticker AIFF. This came to us at 7:51 in the morning, but I wasn't here. I'm up early. I start work about 7:20 in the morning. What I do is I start posting all of the pre-market news and all of the hot runners I can find. I post this on Twitter. I post this on Discord, also on Facebook. So I'm busy in the morning, but we got people over here trading pre-market. They're finding hot stocks. They're posting information. They're taking gains. So by the time I get here, there's already been a lot of activity happening. Well, Yogi here found AIFF at 7:51 in the morning. It was just a little while after that, 7:54, that I found the news. I had no idea he posted this. This is just how it lays out. So I found this news and I posted this here on Twitter, on Facebook, put this around. Now let's take a look at the news because this is why it ran. We are over here at Stock Titan. This is my favorite news place, folks. This is run by AI. The news comes in super fast. They cover all the stocks. Nothing is excluded. OTC, major exchange, it's all here. They even have a free momentum scanner right up here, if I can get that to come up. This momentum scanner uses AI, and it's measuring the impact of news on the charts. So we get a different type of unusual volume scanner here. And I do post this all day long over at Twitter as well as my Discord group. So let's take a look at this news. This came out today. Firefly Neuroscience accepted into NVIDIA Connect program. Ooh, NVIDIA. Well, there you go. You start tossing a word like that around, you know you're going to get some attention. So what do they say here? Well, they tell us that Firefly Neuroscience has been accepted into the NVIDIA Connect program, marking a significant development for the AI-focused neuroscience company. So it looks as like we don't have a deal with them. They're not making any money, between them. They're just plugging into a network of AI software that NVIDIA has available. The company plans to leverage NVIDIA's resources to build the world's first foundation model of the human brain, using its FDA-cleared Brain Network Analytics Technology Platform, also known as BNA. The NVIDIA Connect program will provide Firefly with an advanced software development resource, industry-leading frameworks, software development kits, technical training, engineering guidance. They're getting a boot and caboodle, or caboodle and caboot. What is that called? Kit and caboodle? Somebody, what is that called? And discounts on NVIDIA software. And that's a big deal here, folks. They're getting discounts. NVIDIA doesn't just give this stuff away. It does cost money. Now, if you come down here, they break down some of the key benefits we're going to get with this. Cost efficiency. As I said, they're going to be getting discounts. Access to discounted NVIDIA hardware and software could significantly reduce research and development expenses, particularly important for a company with a market cap of $26.4 million. Research and development cost a lot of money, and AI is very expensive to teach. So without having to do any of that, they're just going to plug it into NVIDIA's, which is already proven and working. Technical acceleration using NVIDIA's advanced AI frameworks. They're going to be able to get stuff done a heck of a lot quicker. And first mover advantage. Yeah, I don't know anybody else who has an AI mechanical brain. The initiative to build the world's first foundation model of the human brain represents a potential paradigm shift in neuroscience and AI healthcare. Jumping back to the Discord. Now, it wasn't until, let's see here, let me get to the next page. I can show you when I found that chart. I finally did get over here, seen what people were talking about. I actually noticed the chart too. And I got some supports and resistances on it earlier. And we posted this up. Now this was at, let's see what time this was, 8:51. So this is an hour later after I've got the news up. We've got this chart jumping from $3 up to $4.79, falling back to its strong coupling here. You see the 200 haul and the 50-day MA, bouncing off of that and climbing some more. This was my first picture of it. We were going to watch this bad boy. She was looking strong. Look at all the volume pre-market. So incredible. Now let's see what my next one was. We got lots of people looking at it. Ed Lawton and Yogi, Scott. Then it was halted. This is when it really drew our attention. Now you can see we are firmly into the market now. That last picture was pre-market. Now it is 10:07. Let's bring this up. 10:07. We've got a halted chart here. Now, as I said, when I look at a halted chart, the first thing I do is I look at all the lines, the moving averages. Are they moving up? I look at my oscillators. Are they moving up? I look at my volume. Is the volume strong and growing? Is the price going up? So every single thing on this chart was hot. It froze right now. It is not moving. It was halted because it started moving too fast. So they had to pull it over on the side of the road, pull out the key, and just let it cool off. And while it's cooling off, we're looking at it, deciding, do we want to get in now? Do we want to wait for after the halt? But we're watching it. Now, these circled numbers down here is in the level 2. Level 2 is where you get to see the orders queuing up before they ever hit the market. Over here are your sellers. Over here are your buyers. These are separate columns with your best prices at the top and then the prices going down, getting less and less or more and more, depending. Well, when the stock gets halted, for some reason, there's probably a good reason, they mix up the two columns. They just shuffle them together and they really make no sense. But I've looked at these over and over and over again, and then I come back and look at the stock after they unhalted, and many, many, many times, these two prices at the top in this column and these two prices in the bottom of this column are the potential targets where the stock jumps to after the halt. Sometimes it does it abruptly in one jump. Maybe it's just a couple jumps. But in a lot of cases, that's where it goes to. And we are here at $5.06. Our price is down here. The lowest one is $5.10, then $6, $6.10, and $6.15. So you're looking at over a $1 jump if this takes off. So let us take a look at the chart. That is the best place to go now because the stock was halted. And I'm going to tell you folks, this stock was halted 10 times today. That is a lot of heat. But this is like a lot of the stocks we play over here at Pennybois. It's given us all she's got in the morning. Running. And then lunchtime comes, it cools down, and that's it. Nothing but a tease the rest of the day. Though that's not always what these runners do. A lot of these stocks cool down at lunchtime and then take another run in the afternoon. And the second run is even hotter than the first run because they've already run. They're already warmed up. So let's go take a look at the chart for ticker AIFF. We are now over here at my free trading platform, Think or Swim. You can only get it if you have an account with Schwab. You don't have to actually trade with Schwab, but you got to have an account with them. So we're looking at ticker AIFF. Got this opened up to a 5-day, 5-minute chart just to start. You can see we've got a lot of lines on the chart. It's very, very busy. All of these horizontal lines are my supports and resistances. This is how we traded today. I put these in either using the Fibonacci or drawing them up myself, and we get in just over top of one and get out underneath the next one. All of these blue lines are the halts. We had about 10 halts from 10 in the morning till about 12. It was off and on, off and on. It was very frustrating, but as you can see, she climbed the entire time. We had one dip right there, but she was on a steady climb on that 9-day. Even when she dipped, she only came to the 9-day MA all the way up to that high bubble. Now let's take a look at our 5-day, 15-minute. Again, we have our price floating on that 9-day beautifully, all the way up until she hit that high bubble. Now this is what you have to concern yourself with, folks. High bubbles normally mean a pullback. If you're climbing a ladder, you get to the top and you're trying to work on the ceiling and you hit your head, what do? Come all the way down the ladder to the floor. No. You just pull your head down. Just a little bit of pullback. That's it. So every time I see a high bubble, I expect a pullback. But I'm always suspect of a fall, especially if the price is way above the 9. Folks, our price here is at $11.51, and our 9 on our 15-minute is down here at, holy cow, like $8. That's too big of a spread. Let's come on down to the 5-day, 5-minute and get a measurement there. Our price at $11.51, the 9-day is at $9. Still too far, folks. We're $2.50 up. So I would be expecting a fall. So what am I going to be looking for? This is what's most important, right? Riding a trend up is easy. You can see where she's sitting, but you don't know exactly when she's going to fall. This is the scary part. So what we're going to do here, folks, is focus in on this high bubble. She's frozen. She's halted right now. And I'm wondering, should I get out? Should I get in? Well, if I'm already in, I'm really worried now. She's been climbing, climbing, climbing. Is she going to fall? Well, what I'm going to do is look at my oscillators, the undercurrent to what is going on here. So I'm going to come all the way down here, and let's take a look at our PPO, my percentage price oscillator. It's flat. Could go up, could go down. So it's not a whole lot of help. Looking at our ADX, it too has gone flat. But what I see is my uptrend, represented by the green line, is falling, getting weaker. Anything at the top is strong. Anything at the bottom is weak. Well, my downtrend is coming up and getting stronger. So this here is telling me there is weakness coming into the picture. Looking at our MACD, it too is flat. So really not a lot of help. But look at our RSI, folks. That is a signal. That is not an indicator. Right here, we are up at 84.5 on the RSI, and it fell all the way down here to 65.5. You're looking at virtually 20-point drop on the RSI. That is a signal that there is a fall coming. Now, if we want to get a little more technical, you didn't see that. You were busy. You're just not paying attention. You see your first red bar. Okay, now we've got your attention. Look at the red bars. These are 1-minute bars, so look underneath them. What do you see going on? Well, I see that my RSI is not climbing. I see nothing is climbing. Everything is going flat. But what do we really see here, folks? We see our green volume has stopped. Right up to here, everything was looking good. Things are starting to level out, go flat. RSI is falling. And all of a sudden, there is no more green volume. Boom! We have the start of red volume. Bigger volume. Now we've got red bars coming into the picture. More to the effect, let me see if I back out here. You can see we had tons of volume in the morning. Look at all that volume compared to what we had in the afternoon. The volume went down to half, then it went down to a third, and it just trickled away. So we were riding this from $3 up into $11.51. Folks, that's near 400% run. I don't believe anybody got in down at the bottom and ran it all the way up to the top. I don't think anyone got in down here and ran it all the way up to the top. Maybe they did. Not everybody's telling me every single play that they're making, so I have no clue. But most of us take gains as they're given. We'll read the chart. If we see we have lots of volume and everything is pushing up, we'll go from one support to the next and hang on to some of our shares. We always sell something because you never know when it's going to drop. You never know when a halt happens and all of a sudden it falls after the halt. So be taking gains as you're going through these supports and resistances. Sell some of your shares. So once she came down, she hit that 50 here. And I want you to see something here, folks. This is the dead giveaway of a fall. Tic-tac-toe. There are three things you need to look for a fall to be occurring, a downtrend coming into play. First thing is your price comes underneath your 9. You cannot climb unless you're on top of the 9. So once you're underneath it, that's tick. Then you have your 9-day MA cross another MA going down. We just crossed the 20. Tick-tack. Then we look for the 20 to cross a bigger MA going down. That's toe. Tic-tac-toe, we have ourselves a downtrend now. Now, we came underneath with the 20, and it's going to follow the 20. It doesn't matter if it's a SPY or if it's a penny stock. The 20 is very persuasive. Where the 20 goes, the price normally follows. So the price started to jump over the 20, but the 20 is already in a downtrend, so the price just came right back down underneath the 20 and is now underneath every single thing. It's all backwards. Our biggest is at the top, 200. There's our 50, our 20, and our 9. So everything is going the wrong direction on top. I'm expecting this to fall right now. I'm expecting it to actually probably come back down to the 200. What it does after that, I really don't know. It's all going to be a matter of volume. All right, let's jump back over to Discord. I got one other stock I want to share with you. So we're looking at ticker VSTE. This is VAST. I found VAST last night when I was posting the aftermarket news. And I posted it over at Twitter as well as on Discord. And they reposted this news today. And it is good news. This is a company that has created a new type of solar panel. They just tested their prototype and it succeeded. So now they're setting up a whole area down in Australia. They tell us here that VSTE, Vast Renewables, is ready to deliver first of its kind clean energy solution with final prototyping completed. They've just tapped into $30 million of a $65 million loan so that they can expand. And as I was diving around looking for information, I found they just put out 2 filings here. I think it was after hours. These are 13G and 13D. These are filed whenever a new investor comes in and buys enough shares to become an insider. They are partners now. Lagos Capital bought themselves a whole bunch of shares, over 8 million. 51% of the company. And then we have JP Morgan, didn't buy as much, but they got them 6% of the company. So we've got 57% of the company that has just been purchased. But none of that happened during the day. We weren't aware of that, but you're aware of it now. Now let's take a look at the charts. The first chart I noticed was this one. I wasn't paying attention to the chart because it was falling. I'm always looking for hot charts, and I'm really not worried about the news. I'm worried about the technicals. What caught my attention is this was setting up for an atypical breakout. We had a 200 squeeze developing here. We've got our 200-day MA on the top. We've got our 200 haul at the bottom already pushing up. What we need is the price in the middle on top of the 50. We're underneath the 50 right here. And I was letting everybody know, when this gets on top of the 50, that will be the wick lit. And this thing should probably launch to and through the 200. That was at 11:02. At 11:52, 50 minutes later, we have a breakout to and through the 200. And when did it happen, folks? Exactly as I said. Not because I know anything, except that I see this happen over and over again. Once it got on top of the 50 and we had an up pushing 200 haul, I knew she was most likely going to go to and through the 200. Now, I've also noticed that she stops running over the 200 when the 20-day MA reaches the 200. Did I show them that here? Let's see what I got here. VSTE. Well, she's running hard, folks. Here comes our 20. Let's see if we can get that bigger for you. I was letting everybody know that it was a hot chart. She was breaking out over the 200. Once she got on top of that 50, she launched. Our 20 is pushing towards the 200. I expect it to pull back the price once that 20 hits the 200. But as you can see, all of our oscillators are climbing. PPO, ADX, MACD, RSI, everything is climbing super strong. So we were very interested in watching this chart now. Let's see what we've got. All right, I've got a lot more pictures here because things started happening. So let's just jump over the chart so you can see it in its full entirety. Not as many lines on this one. We didn't have any halts on this stock whatsoever. So it was last night that news came out, and her initial push went from about 68 cents all the way up to $1.40. So we were over 100%. Now that wasn't one shot. That first shot took it up to $1.34. She came all the way back down to a 200, dipped underneath it, and then shot right back up with a new high. Came down very fast underneath the 200, had a double bottom here. You see that W? W stands for winner. At the end of the W, you normally have a climb. Had this been an M, M for murder, you normally see a fall at the end of the M. So we had that push up, but what's going on with our 200? Our 200 just went flat. That's a perfect time for a breakout, but it's rolling down. So much for the breakout. The price has got to come back down and get back up underneath it. Those are the rules of the game. And she fell all the way down to this point of, well, basically where we started, right? Basically where she started. So if you had left the market yesterday afternoon and didn't pay any mind to the pre-market, aftermarket, and came back in here, you'd have no idea this even happened. Off of this, she started working through that setup I was just showing you. She got on top of that 50 right here, and she broke out up to this support, bounced back down to her 50-day MA, and started the climb. We had a nice climb, go all the way up here to 95 cents. We're not back up to that $1.40 yet, but we're pushing. Then once she hit this high, she came down, hitting a flat 200, but again, it's rolling down. So the prices come all the way down here. Now, what have we got set up, folks? Look, we have a 200 haul turning up right now. We have the 200 MA at the top. We have the price right at the 50. And what did we just read? That Largos came in and bought 51% of this company, and JP Morgan bought themselves 6% as well. Today, after hours, this is a stock you need to be looking at for tomorrow, folks. Get this on your watch list now. I get the feeling this is going to make up what it lost today and give us even more gains. I can't promise anything. I'm just saying. I've basically shown you everything I wanted to show you, folks. We had two stocks that acted completely different today. One ran up and up and up and up with lots of halts, and then she came down and found about the middle zone and has just been going sideways. And I'm really not expecting a whole lot. I'm not excited to watch that one. Then we saw ticker VSTE. VSTE should have run today, but she didn't. Now she's got even more reason to run on top of her other reason. So I think tomorrow will be a great day to be watching VSTE. All I can say at this point is go out and do some more due diligence. Because, say it with me, the more you know, the more you're going to grow. See you, folks.